What's up, pumpers? Jerome here with another TBC video, and today we're covering the ultimate optimal honor farming route every single day to get the most honor per hour in the Burning Crusade for the minimum amount of time and effort. Before we get started, please click that like button, hit the subscription button, and don't forget to click that notification bell or I won't be able to keep making videos like this one.
You are not prepared!
Alright, so to start off our daily farming route, we're going to be heading to Shatrath and going to our faction's PvP NPCs. These are the NPCs where you can queue for Warsong Gulch, your Wrathy Basin, your Eye of the Storm, your Alterac Valley. There's an NPC there. You can get your daily PvP quest every single day. This is going to be 943 bonus honor and 3 extra marks for completing, and it's going to randomly change every single day. This is an absolutely insane amount of honor to get from just winning one battleground. So let's say you get an Alterac Valley, for example. You win that one Alterac Valley, you're going to get the honor for the win, all the kills, of course, and the 943 bonus honor, as well as 3 extra marks. So you'll be getting 6 total marks in, say, 20 to 30 minutes. If you lose a game or two, it might take an hour, but this is well worth it. The best way to start off your day every single day. The one thing worth noting, of course, is as well you get 11 gold and 99 silver for completing the daily PvP quest. So all this gold will add up over time and may even be able to pay for your raid consumables, for example, or at least your arena water costs if you're buying water and repairing every 5 minutes. One other thing worth noting as well is that the mage food is super useful in battlegrounds. You can stock up on mage food and then not use all of it, and then you have mage food for your dungeons, your raids, whatever it is, maybe even more PvP later on. It's really nice to have all that free mage food, and it's a great way to start your day. Pick up that mage food, do your daily, and then you'll have it for the rest of the day. Alright, so the second daily quest we're going to be doing every single day is absolutely insane. The Spirits of Auchindoun quest. I am so mad at myself for not realizing how good this was before. It's the simplest and best way to get your honor in TBC right now. Every single day, 943 bonus honor. The way this works is super simple. If you're Alliance, you go to the Illyrian Stronghold, you pick up the daily quest, Spirits of Auchindoun. If you're Horde, you go to the Stonebreaker Hold and you pick up the Horde version of the quest. And then you ride over to one of the 5 towers in the Bone Waste, which are the south side of Terakar. And basically, there's going to be a timer at the top of your screen. It's going to tell you when the towers are going to turn over and reset. And you want to go to one of the layers where it's the closest possible time for this happening. The way I like to do this is to go into the general chat and ask what the next closest timer is if it's not going on my layer, or you can log in a second character and hopefully you're on a different layer, or ask your guildies, which is honestly the best option. Basically, if you have your characters on separate accounts, it'll be really easy. You can just move all your characters out to the tower in advance, and then one of your characters picks up the quest and then shares it with everybody else. The quest is shareable. One really cool thing you can do if you have multiple characters on the same account is do the forced logout trick. So you're still going to need both characters to have the quest and be at the towers, but then you just open 2 clients, and one of the clients is already logged in at the tower. Then with about 30 seconds to go on the towers turning over, you can literally just log into that second character, force log out the first one, and that'll leave that first character logged in for maybe about a minute to a minute and 15 seconds, and that will give you enough time to cap on both characters at the same time. The timing can be a little tricky, but ultimately this is 100% worth it, especially if you're on a time crunch and let's say you have 2 or 3 characters to do on one account and you're already about to go to sleep. You won't be able to get those towers done in time. This is a really good solution. Couple other things to note. Yes, the quest is shareable, but you will have to go back to the NPC to turn in the quest again. So you'll basically be traveling back every single day. You could set your hearth to say Stonebreaker Hold to save time if you have a character you really don't like playing that much without gear and you just want to slowly accumulate gear. Ultimately, if you don't want to play your characters and just do the towers every single day, you'll be racking up the 11 gold, 99 silver, the 943 honor, and you'll be basically getting equipment completely for free. You can get, say, a best in slot weapon in 2.5 weeks or less. Ultimately, if you have a character you don't really play that much, for example, and you want to still rack up some gear and get that free 11 gold, 99 silver, and the free 943 honor every single day, the Spirits of Auchindoun quest is still something you should definitely be doing. I would do this on any level 70 character every single day like clockwork until the end of TBC. Alright, so you've done your daily Call to Arms quest and the Spirits of Auchindoun quest, which you absolutely should do. Next up, we've got some optional dailies. Your mileage may vary on these depending on your server balance and population. Maybe you're all Horde or all Alliance and you won't be able to get these done as easily. The first one is the Hellfire Fortifications quest, and this one will take maybe 5 minutes if you have an active population and people are switching the towers back and forth constantly, but it could just basically never happen unless somebody is essentially win trading and doing this for you on the other faction. People do sell this service, though it may, run afoul of the terms of service. So ultimately, this quest, your mileage may vary. A lot of streamers, a lot of players will do this quest, and there are ways to do it legitimately. You just have to have 1 or 2 people out there on the other faction and you're good to go. It's another 943 honor in basically 5 minutes, or it could take hours depending on your server population. I personally skipped this daily quest. You definitely should try it out at least once or twice and see if it works. Remember, layering here can be your best friend. If you're on a server with 5 or 6 layers, let's say, there's definitely probably a layer with the towers available for you to cap. So this is going to be something where you're going to have to see how it works for you and whether it's worth adding into your routine. In the same vein, the In Defense of Halaa quest is fantastic and absolutely worth doing if you have a booming and very mixed population on your server. You're going to get another 943 honor in a matter of minutes, or this could take you all afternoon depending on your server. I do think this one is generally worth doing, especially if you're honor crunched. This is great, especially if you have epic flying, for example. You could take a little bit of a battleground break, right, and fly over and do the Halaa quest in maybe a half an hour, and that's still definitely worth it for the 943 honor. I would add this in, especially if you're super PvP hungry, you're really desperate to get pieces. This is technically worth it over just doing more BGs. I would add it in, but again, definitely worth checking out ultimately. If nobody is there, nobody shows up, it may be something to skip, but if people do show up, it's worth it over doing just a couple of battlegrounds instead. And it's super relaxing and fun open world PvP. Get to group up with some friends and have some fun. I would definitely recommend adding this daily in. Alright, so we've covered all the daily quests. There's one really important thing we've been missing, which is that you need to be doing these double honor weekends for each battleground. The order is always going to be static. It's going to go Warsong, Arathi Basin, Alterac Valley, followed by Eye of the Storm. So just check last week's, and you'll be able to see what the double weekend is from the emissaries out front in Orgrimmar or Stormwind, for example, and you'll be able to figure out what that double weekend is. I highly recommend you do the double weekend every single weekend. Maybe 10 games, 10 wins, hopefully. You'll get the marks, which are fantastic, and the extra honor. And I really think it's important you get a lot of marks because you're going to need these for your Vindicator pieces for Season 3. And the mark turn-in quest is 629 honor for one of everything: the Warsong, the Arathi Basin, the Alterac Valley, the Eye of the Storm. One of everything gets you 629 honor. So if you start stockpiling every single mark, it'll really speed up your honor process, and you'll be able to get all those BIS pieces that much faster. I really think it's great to do a couple of extra battlegrounds every single weekend to get that extra honor, the extra marks, and it'll make the gearing process a little bit faster. You don't want to just be getting the dailies every single day. It's just not quite enough honor if you want to catch up fast and be relevant in Season 3. This is the time, but if you combine everything together, it will be fast enough. You will be making so much extra honor. These changes are absolutely fantastic to catch up. They are the exact way you can get involved in arenas as soon as possible. And if you do all the dailies that I'm talking about, you will be arena ready in no time at all, maybe a month and a half to 2 months. Ultimately, I think it's great to add in some extra double weekend battlegrounds because you'll make your gearing process that much faster and you'll be arena ready in no time at all, maybe a couple of months at most, and you'll be enjoying all that Season 3 has to offer. Alright, so we've covered the ultimate optimal daily honor route to make as much honor as possible to get all caught up for Season 3, which is the best season in TBC until Season 4, of course. And I hope that you are motivated and inspired to get your characters up to max gear. It is such a fun process. You will absolutely not regret getting involved, doing the battlegrounds, doing the dailies. It is 100% worth it, and I hope that you can trust me on that. I want to know in the comments below, what character are you working on for Season 3 arenas? I want to know everything about your gearing process. Let me know in the comments below, and thank you so much for watching, and remember to have a great day.